Hello. I was like, we hit record and Brandy just disappears. Hello and welcome to Because I Fell Asleep in Class, a podcast where four family members share facts that you may have learned had you not fallen asleep in class. I'm Kaitlin.
I'm Tiffany.
I'm Casper.
And I'm Brandy.
Hi guys. Before we get started, I just want to apologize for my camera. There's something stuck in my camera, and then I tried using this to get it out, and I froze my whole camera, so I don't know if I made it worse or better, but here we are.
Oh,
I seen
making a
Snoopy's
cameo.
tail in the background, Casper,
Mhm.
and I thought it was in the background of my camera. I literally was getting ready to turn around. It was like, what is that? It was Snoopy's attacking Casper
I love you, Snoop. You're
and
so
giving
cute.
him lots of kisses.
Yeah.
Snoopy's going to do my part.
Yeah,
Hello,
Snoopy is
Hi,
a very
Jalen.
lovey dog, but he is aggressively lovey. Like, he will jump in your face and give you kisses.
That's so nice
Are
of
you
him.
going to do my part for me
I know.
today? You going to give me a night off? He's got this covered.
Okay. I'm gonna eat while we're recording.
What are you
Gross.
eating?
Well,
I see the
did not-
chopsticks, so
yeah, I did not get, well, I guess,
Seafood boil.
no. Well, okay, hold on, sorry. I gotta think of the word that I'm trying to say, because I can't think of the word that I'm trying to say. Anyways, I'm just gonna ignore that. I
Okay.
did not get grits. I was gonna do shrimp and grits, but I didn't get grits because I actually don't like grits. I've had them before, and I don't like the texture. So instead, I got hibachi with shrimp and sushi with shrimp.
That's very South Carolinian.
I thought so.
We did not plan ahead,
It's
but I
South
had a late
Korean.
work late, so
I didn't make
We've had that
anything
now.
southern.
We have the knee high.
Mm-hmm.
I made something new.
Ooh, what did you make? It looks good.
It's
Oh, I missed it.
kielbasa sausage and noodles, but I made the sauce. It's garlic and heavy whipping cream and tomato sauce with tomato paste and some seasonings in it.
Oh, that sounds
And my
Sounds
good.
really
picky
good.
children were like, hey, this is really good. This is delicious. I think Jalen's on his second or third bowl already.
Wow.
That's impressive.
And Moxie is finishing her workout before she eats.
Oh,
She is down on the spin bike right now.
she was very excited about that.
Gabe had her do a advance level on the spin bike, and they were mountain biking. And I mean, like, the resistance was up to like 20 or something at some point in time. So the poor girl was sweating, and she was doing it, but she looked like she was about ready to die.
That's good for her.
So I put her on our beginner indoor class. I was like, poor thing.
It's good to sweat. When
It
I said that
is.
was good for her, that's what I meant. The sweating.
Well, according to my daughter, she is an Oompa Loompa and needs to lose it. So
Stop it.
I did not tell her that. I told her she was fine and that she was beautiful.
Did somebody else
Okay,
tell her
give me a
that?
second.
Yes, he did tell her that.
What?
Did you get it out of
No. I tried using that and then I just froze the whole thing over and I was like, she. Sorry. Derek wants to try the knee high.
what kind do you guys
Wait, I
have?
want to try it first.
Oh, the peach, the one we gave you.
Yeah, the
Peach,
peach.
yeah.
I'm kind of scared. I don't drink pop, so.
Must have COVID. You can't smell.
Oh, here.
And this goes completely against everything that we talked about in our FDA.
Yes.
Pretty
Well,
much, Joe.
I said you can have it every once in a while, so we're good.
Please don't sue us. We don't own Stewie.
I told you could
We
have another
this
one.
stuff.
Do you want another one? Want me to feed it to you?
Here, I'll give you mine, Derek. I'll pass it through the phone.
It sounds really good. He can't hear you. You're in my headphones. Brandy said she'd give you her food. Are you sure you don't want to stay? Be our guest star?
Sure.
Okay. Bye. Love you. All right. I'm ready whenever you guys are, as far as what gets started. We haven't done this in a while. I kind of forgot.
Get the party started.
Get the party started. We're doing
Well,
South
Tiff, do you want to start
Carolina.
with the state facts? Ship?
I mean, sure. I always get nervous about doing state facts because I don't want to steal it from anyone else. Because I think,
Well, then,
is it Brandy?
Well, then I can start.
Well, I mean, I have the,
Really, mine are just festivals.
Oh, okay. I have, so South Carolina became the 8th state to ratify the U.S. Constitution on May 23rd, 1788. There was a lot of wars, or a lot of battles, not wars, sorry. A lot of battles in South Carolina. Yeah.
There were hella wars.
Yeah, hella wars. Lots of battles. I'm not gonna name them all. I'm not gonna name one. But, but, go ahead, Kaitlin, or Brandy, or Kaitlin, or whoever.
Okay, I
Wow,
can go.
that was some very interesting facts about South Carolina, Tiff.
Yep, thank you. Thanks.
It just
I
makes
did
me want to hop on a
Listen.
plane and visit.
I did my notes a week ago when I seriously thought we were recording last Monday and not this Monday, and I freaked out because I was like, Derek, I'm recording tonight. As he's walking in the door from work, and he goes, "Are you freaking kidding me?" And then I looked at the date. I was like, after texting you guys, I was like, oh wait, no, it's the 23rd. Just kidding. So I hurried up and did my notes then.
Okay, well, since we are doing the state of South Carolina, I have to give a shout out to my friend Renee, who listens to our podcast. She lives in South Carolina. So, hi, Renee!
Oh, hey,
Hi,
Renee!
Renee.
Thanks for
Hey.
listening.
Hey, girl, hey. So, South Carolina, the state capital is Columbia. The population as of 2023 was 5.374 million per the U.S. Census Bureau. And I'll be honest, I didn't think South Carolina was small, but I wasn't expecting 5 million. That was more than I thought. I was thinking 2 or 3. But I've also never been to South Carolina, so I guess I really shouldn't have been surprised, but I don't know. Anyway, and the governor of South Carolina is Henry McMaster, and he has been in office since 2017.
Anybody else got any more? Because I do. I
Yeah.
just don't want to take it from anyone.
Yeah. So the meaning
Keep
of
going.
Carolina comes from a Latin word for Charles, or Carlos, honoring King Charles I of England. The nickname of South Carolina is the Palmetto State, for the state tree. They actually have 2 mottos. It's on their flag, if I remember right. There's a left oval has one motto, and a right oval has another motto. The left one is, of course, these are Latin words. Ammius obstific periati, which means She just muted herself because she laughed at me more.
No, I am grabbing a sweatshirt, so I turned my camera off.
Okay, it means prepared in mind and resources. And on the right one, it's Doom Spyro Spiro, which is why I breathe, I hope. Get out of there. Yeah.
Casper.
Yes.
Okay, go back to, so the state nickname, the Palmetto State,
Palmetto
is
State?
named after, you said this palmetto? What is a palmetto tree?
A tree?
Isn't it a fruit?
I do.
Isn't a palmetto a fruit, like a type of fruit?
I'm gonna look it up. Is it palmetto or palmetto?
Well, it's pronounced palmetto, but it's Palmetto.
It's a ball palm. It's a palm tree. It kind of looks like, okay, if like a pineapple was a tree, but it's skinny at the bottom. I
So
don't know.
palm tree.
Oh, okay.
Kind of, yeah. I don't know if you could see that.
It's probably
Okay.
smaller than a palm tree.
But I see what you mean. Like the leaves kind of look like a
Mhm.
pineapple.
And then like and then like the bottom is kind of like that rough,
It's
like
kind of
the
like
seeds
bark.
or whatever.
it's kind of like a weeping willow and a palm tree together.
Oh, okay.
That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah. Hey, Casper, didn't you take your pictures by a weeping willow? Your senior pictures?
Can't remember. I took a couple different sets of them.
You did.
And you
I
didn't
remember.
smile in a single one of them.
Probably not.
He did a couple
He
of
did
them because
smile in a couple of them.
Oh,
Mom made
none
him.
of the ones I've ever seen.
Well, you should ask Mom because he definitely did.
I have a scary smile.
All right, you heard it here, Rhonda. Send me some senior pictures where Casper's actually smiling.
Don't send her any
Thank you.
pictures.
Yeah, send her some cute baby pictures too.
No, I'm good.
Casper is actually a pretty cute baby, I'm not gonna lie.
He's still cute.
He wasn't ugly.
I said he's still cute.
He's alright. You done, Casper?
I'm done. That was my part. Yep.
Brandy, do you have any?
Any fun facts or interesting things or...
Fun
I got my
facts about
town
state.
names. I
No.
have my town names, my
Not
funny
yet.
town
Hold
names.
off. We're not there yet.
The
Okay.
facts?
So,
Oh shoot. I'm gonna do my
Speaking
best.
of-
My computer keeps pixelating and I keep losing my screen, so
it's okay. I got some. That's why I asked. I just didn't want to step on
Okay.
anyone's toes.
nope, go for it.
So King Charles, Casper, you brought him up. So the largest city in South Carolina is Charleston. The land area of South Carolina is 32,000 square miles, which, Kaitlin, you were talking about it not being, or you feel like it's not that big, but then they have like 5 million people. I feel like, yes, 32,000 square miles is a lot, but it's definitely not as much as we've covered. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like that's still kind of small. I don't know.
I mean, like, I don't remember how many square miles Nebraska is, but, like, if
I
you
don't
look
either.
at them on a map, Nebraska looks way bigger and has, like, a fraction of the population. Which,
I
okay,
agree.
I know there's a lot of farms, like, don't come for me, but you know what I mean? Like, just, yeah, it kind of threw me a little bit.
I mean, yeah. Well, South Carolina is kind of like in that perfect area, too, where they probably do have a lot of agriculture, especially more inland. I mean, they're right there on the coast. Charleston and Columbia are really... Myrtle Beach is all in that area, too. So, I mean,
Yeah.
the climate is probably
Um,
really nice.
Speaking of that, they have 187 miles of coastline.
Wow.
And their largest barrier island is Hilton Head.
Is that dad?
Yeah.
What's up the Barrier Island?
Well, what I was gathering is apparently there's islands around South Carolina. I have a bad cough. I'm really sorry.
I've heard of Hilton Head. I just didn't know what a Barrier Island is. That's what you said
let
it
me
was,
look it
right?
up. Yeah, a barrier island is a long, narrow, sandy landform that runs parallel to the coast and is separated from the mainland by a lagoon or a bay.
Okay.
So would that
Which,
kind of
I
be
guess-
like Corpus Christi and like Port Aransas and stuff in Texas?
Mhm.
Would that kind of be?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
Yeah. I suppose. Would you consider that like a lagoon that separates them?
Well, yeah,
Or a
maybe
bay?
not. I don't
I
know.
guess a bay.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Did you find that actually one of those barrier islands is home to a monkey colony?
Really? No, I didn't. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, the one of the small barrier islands off of the coast of Beaufort has an unusual population of monkeys. It's Morgan's Island, and there's 2,000 acres of land, and it is home to about 3,000 rhesus monkeys.
Oh.
It is the
Huh.
this is the only species of monkeys that I cannot talk tonight. You can only access it by boat.
Hmm.
And it is so unique that it's actually the only place in the country where this species of monkeys is roams free.
So if that's the case, is it like a protected island then?
It probably is. Because no humans live on this island. It's just the monkeys.
Wow. Good for humans for doing one good thing right.
That's a
You
It
know,
lot.
doesn't say It doesn't say if it's a protected one, but I'm assuming it probably is, since the only way you can access it is by boat.
That's a lot of monkeys.
What kind of monkeys did you say?
Yeah.
A lot of
Because it's
monkeys.
2,000 acres of land with 3,000 monkeys, but they're not very big. They're like the small, cute ones.
Oh, it's literally spelled like Reese's.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like Reese's peanut.
R-H-E-S. It's R-H-E-S-U-S.
Oh, never mind. I just spelled it like that. Oh, they're not as small as what you... Okay, some of them aren't as small as what you think. This one's huge.
They kind of look almost like a baboon.
But like a smaller, skinnier version of it. They're kind of cute.
They're monkeys normally used for lab testing, too.
I can see that. So maybe humans aren't as good as what I was saying.
Did you say that South Carolina was the first to succeed during the Civil War?
She didn't, but yeah, they were. And were they the last to surrender, too?
Yes, I do believe so, if I remember right. Because the first battle was at Fort Sumter, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We don't know because Tiff wouldn't tell us any of the battles. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any of the wars.
I did read about a
Any
lot
of the wars
them,
in South Carolina. Come on.
They had
Wars,
hella
yeah.
wars in South Carolina.
They got a lot of wars. They went to war with the other states. It's fine.
Barbecue was born in South Carolina.
Barbecue.
But it could be debated, because, you know.
I'm sure a lot of people claim that.
Yes. South Carolina produces more peaches than Georgia. And Georgia is known for being the peach state.
It's because Georgia has better peaches.
California is still the top one, though. South Carolina's second. In 2017, they gathered 10,400 tons of peaches. That's a lot of peaches.
Just a couple.
Just a small handful.
Then I guess it's fitting that we did the peach knee-high.
Yeah.
Ah.
That was a happy accident because it was the only flavor we could find, right?
Yes.
Is that what you
That's
said,
funny.
guys?
Yeah, it's the only flavor our IV carries.
I found this interesting. So there's a legend in South Carolina, the legend of the lizard man. Have any of you guys heard of that?
No.
Mm-mm.
So the story of
Is
the
that
lizard
like-
man originated about 30 years ago in Bishopville, South Carolina, where a young high school boy named Christopher Davis had his car break down near Scape or Swamp. According to his report to the county police, when Davis got out of his car to change his flat tire, he was approached by a 7-foot-tall, green, scaly man with 3 fingers and red eyes. The creature then proceeded to attack his car, leaving behind deep scratch marks. Since this first report of a life-size lizard man in 1988, many others have come forward with similar stories about a humanoid creature destroying their vehicles or belongings.
I'm sure they have.
To me, it sounds like a Scooby-Doo monster.
Yes.
But you know, it's almost like us and our, what is he called?
Bigfoot?
Yes,
The
thank
Moon
you.
Man?
Bigfoot. Isn't there a conspiracy though about lizard people?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I thought.
That's what she thought.
Score 1 for you.
Charleston is
Yeah.
home to one of the oldest trees in the country.
Is it a palmetto tree?
It is not. It is the angel oak,
Oh.
located on Johns Island. This live oak has estimated to be around 500 years old and counting.
Jeepers. Is that protected too?
The limbs of the tree sprawl across more than 187 feet and stands at a height of 66.5 feet. And it
Dang.
is there's no cost for admission. It is like an attraction that you can go see. There's no cost for admission when you make the trip to see Angel Oak. And it's well worth the short drive, it says.
Well,
Well, I
It
mean,
is
it'd be
actually
long
a
drive
very
for us.
cool tree. If you look it up, it is very cool to look at.
Angel oak. Whoa. That is kind of cool.
I
agree.
would move my computer, but with the way my screen keeps freaking out.
I've seen that before. Yeah, that is cool.
Okay.
If you don't watch us, which you're losers if you don't, I just showed a picture of the tree on the camera. my half camera.
And if you ever want to go check out haunted places, go to Charleston, because that's where you're going to find a lot of them.
Yeah, that's like one of the biggest ghost
That's-
tour cities. Or
Is that where a lot, like,
That's where
would
a
that be
majority
like
of
a
the
lot
battles
of
happened.
battles? Okay, that's what I was gonna
That makes
say.
sense. Because they had hella wars there, so they had hella deaths.
Hella wars.
that's where Sherman's march ended, wasn't it?
Yes. Also, that's probably where World War III is gonna happen.
In South Carolina?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know why. I don't know. Because that's where all the other wars
That's where
started,
every
so why
war
not?
starts, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Remember, hella wars.
Hella wars.
Not the small itty bitty ones like the American Revolution or the Civil War. It's the big
Yeah.
hella wars.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
hella wars.
Like World
Nobody
War
cares
One,
about the
Decide if I like
Revolutionary
this.
War. What?
I don't
It's
drink
different.
pop, but I'm trying to decide if I like this. Like, it's
It's different.
You know,
Well, this is a good segue.
yeah.
very,
I think,
it's almost too peachy.
I think it tastes like when you bite into a peach, like with the skin still on.
I keep expecting like a peach-flavored
Oh,
tea,
yeah.
not a peach-flavored
no.
soda.
I will admit, well, since I have a glass and you can kind of see it, it looks like cough syrup to me. So I was
Yeah.
like, I did not have high hopes when I looked at it, but it's actually pretty good.
I think
me.
it's a.
Well, let me-
I think
I like
it's a mixture of a tea and a soda, Brandy.
Like, I keep like wanting like a peach tea.
Well, I don't think it
Let me
drinks
get
like a
you a-
soda, but not quite like a tea. That makes sense.
Reenactment of Derek. I must have COVID. I can't smell it.
Oh, but if you want to go
Yeah.
to a Hell's
Yeah, I like
Gate
it.
when you're in South Carolina, go visit Oakwood Cemetery in Spartanburg, South Carolina. It has a Hell's
A
Gate.
Hell's Gate? No, thank you.
Isn't there one in Kansas?
Probably. There's one everywhere.
Yeah, because
trying to
that's where
think of what that
Supernatural is
town-
from.
Isn't it
There's-
Atchison, Kansas? I want to say it's Atchison. Because it's like one of the most haunted places in Kansas or something.
Probably.
Let me ask. They'll know.
Okay, Tiff. Okay, Tiff.
They're from
All right.
Kansas.
All right, Tiff, you want to tell us more about knee high?
All right, segue. Knee high, not knee, or however I said it that one time. Or literally, I put
Hey.
high. I can't remember how I said it. I literally put like the, what do you call that when you need to
The
figure out how
phonetic
to?
spelling?
Yes, I put that in my notes because I didn't want to forget. Okay, so going off of South Carolina's popular drink, y'all probably thought, you already brought it up, it would be sweet tea, which obviously it is very popular there. Or even lemonade was another popular one, but, sorry. The people chose knee-high to be their drink, and actually it is a Georgia-founded soft drink. It wasn't even founded in South Carolina, so they stole it from Georgia.
Stole their
Just stole the
peaches.
Peaches
Stole their.
and the knee high.
Yes, yes.
South Carolina's a bunch of thieves.
Hella wars.
Hella wars.
That's why a hella war started in
Go-
South Carolina.
Going to war with Georgia. So a lot of my notes I got from a website called Eat This, Not That. Knee High comes in several fruity flavors, but the most popular ones are grape, orange, and peach. And this drink has been around for decades. It's a soft drink that originated, like I said, in Georgia. It was introduced in 1924 by Chero Cola Union Bottle Works and founded by Claude A. Hatcher, Columbus, Georgia grocer who began bottling ginger ale and root beer in 1905. Sorry if I'm talking weird. When I have these in, I feel like I'm, I don't know, talking underwater. So I feel like I have to enunciate. Okay, so the Knee High Corporation The name was adopted in 1928 after the knee-high fruit-flavored sodas became popular. In 1955, the company changed its name to Royal Crown Company after the success of its RC Cola brand. In April of 2008, Knee-High became a brand of Dr. Pepper Snapple Group, now known as Keurig Dr. Pepper, which I didn't realize that.
Mm-hmm.
They had changed over to Keurig Dr. Pepper. I guess that's an interesting fact to me. Okay, the name knee-high was to remind customers that it came in knee-high tall glass bottles. It offered...
That's a big bottle.
I know, right? They also have a root beer flavored, which, I mean, I feel like would just be root beer, but whatever. Knee-high was instantly successful and outsold Chero Cola entirely. A little fun fact for you guys. If you ever feel like just wandering yourself over to Alabama, I know we went from South Carolina to Georgia. Now we're in Alabama. They have the world's largest knee-high bottle there. Glass bottle. And actually, it's called the world's largest bottle because it's technically the world's largest glass bottle in general. It was built in 1924. The bottle is what they call it. It's sometimes referred to as the Knee-High Inn. Was built by John F. Williams, owner of the Knee-High Bottling Company in Opelika, Alabama. The bottle stands at 64 feet and measures 49 feet in diameter at the base and 16 feet at the cap. Yeah. The ground floor was a grocery store and a service station, and the second and third floors were living quarters and storage. The neck of the bottle has windows so as to be used as an observation tower. The bottle cap itself was the roof. Inside there is a spiral oak stairway, and the bottle became a gathering place for tourists and locals alike to swamp yarns and have parties every Friday night on the balcony above the service station. I was like, that's so cute. Let's go there and swamp our yarns.
Swamp our yard.
Swamp our yard.
But that is cool because you think of the world's largest stuff, like the world's largest fry pan or ball of yarn. It's just that.
Uh-huh.
But the world's largest glass bottle is actually a building, it sounds like.
Yeah.
That's actually
That's
cool.
That's why I wanted to include it, because I read it and I was like, oh, cool, you go and look at this bottle. And then I saw that it was called an inn, and I was like INN, and I was like, oh, okay, so there's got to be more to it.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I don't know. I like it. It's weird because it's definitely not what you would expect as a soda, because it doesn't have like that burn or whatever you call it
that
from
strong
carbonation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not like overly carbonated.
No. Like it's just, I wouldn't say flat at the end, but it
it's more
is subtle.
It drinks between a tea and a soda, like in between them.
Yeah.
I would say, you know how sometimes if you go to a place and you get a fountain soda and they don't have the carbonation up very much and it's extra syrupy, that's what I would say this is. It's a lot more of the syrup than it is the carbonation.
Yeah, but it's not gross.
No.
I really like the peach flavor.
I would say Brandy doesn't like it, but...
Well, yeah, but you don't drink soda.
No, I don't.
Okay. Now we're going to move on. Now, listen. I know I said you could do a seafood boil, or you could do shrimp and grits. Here's the thing. Both of those things are very versatile, and there's not a whole lot of history that you could really talk about. That's so weird. That's what I put in my notes. It's like I know.
Sip on camera.
I literally said grits are a very versatile food. Look at me go. It's like I
Tiff.
knew my notes. Thank you.
Wait. Moxie's having knee high.
Moxie's trying to sip a
Yes.
knee-high. It's like a pop. Just try it.
Let me mute myself.
Try it, Moxie.
Or do they call it Coke there?
Texas calls it Coke, soda Coke.
Nashville, Tennessee, they call it Coke.
Do they really?
Yes, when I lived there, everything was Coke. Just try it. Quit being a baby.
Moxie, it's not gonna bite you.
I'm gonna have to edit out all that. Jeez.
It's not that bad.
What'd she say?
You didn't see the face. I got a
Oh,
face. It's good. What are you gonna have to edit out, Tiff?
how long it takes her to take a drink. Okay.
So grits are versatile.
Yeah, and I said that in my notes. I'm so good. Grits are a versatile food that can be made with hominy.
Yeah.
Okay, or stone ground corn. They're often boiled and served with butter and milk. Grits are a quintessential. I don't know what I was thinking when I was like, I'm gonna put this word in here.
You did well. Better than I would.
Yeah, you
Thanks.
actually did really well with it.
My name's
this is what I
Tiffany,
did.
and I'm trying to be all sophisticated.
Yeah, no, this is what I did. I was typing my notes and I was like, grits are, and then I was gonna say versatile again. And I was like, no. Let me come up with another word. So then I did like synonyms of like different words, and this is what I came up with because I was like, oh, I'm so fancy. Okay, dish in Southern cuisine, but they have also been incorporated into fine dining dishes like shrimp and grits, which I didn't know was considered fine dining.
The South
Depends on
is.
where you go.
I guess.
The low
Depends
country.
on how you make them.
And then what I did, okay, so let's talk about grits here really quick. Like, before I get back into my notes. Okay, I said I've had them before. I don't like them because, one, they're very bland to me, but two, I don't like the texture. Like, which is really weird because, well, actually, it's not really weird that I don't like the texture because I also don't like the texture of like porridge and like stuff like that. And that's what it kind of reminds me of for the texture. I don't know. Maybe I'm off on
Lisa, may
that.
I have some more?
Oh my God.
Sorry, you said porridge, and that's all that came to my head.
Or like really gritty mashed potatoes. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I typically don't like grits either, and it's usually a texture thing for me too. But several years ago, one of my coworkers made cheese grits for a food day, and she handed me some, not knowing I didn't like grits, and I was like, oh, I'll try them. They were so good.
Really?
Like, so good, yeah. Like, I was like, I've never eaten grits like this. I actually like them, so I haven't had them since though, so I don't know if I like cheese grits or if I just like her cheese grits.
Yeah.
But
You know, when I lived in
overall, though,
Tennessee,
not
I
a
never
fan.
ate grits.
Oh, really?
I've never had grits.
I've never had grits either. I want to try them. I just never had them.
And I've lived in the South for a little while.
Yeah.
What's your problem?
I don't know how to explain the texture of it.
I would
I
say
don't
it's
know.
like
I'm
if
very
you did,
picky
like,
about my food.
if you did like an instant mashed potato, but you didn't get all of it like dissolved properly, it's
Yes.
kind of that texture.
Yes.
No
That's
proper
actually a really
Southerner
good.
does instant grits. Sorry, my cousin Vinny.
Oh.
But I also like I don't want to insult because we're over here in the Midwest. Now, if somebody in the South or any of these states that eats them frequently offered me some, I would definitely try them because I feel like it might be better from over there, but or down
Over
there,
there.
or whatever you say. Over
Because
there.
it's possible we just haven't had them like made right too.
Exactly. So, I don't know. Okay, so what I did was I went ahead and found some places in Hilton Head, the island that I said, and they have supposedly the best shrimp and grits in the area. Okay, so the number one spot, or the number one restaurant, is actually a cafe. It's Palmetto Bay Sunrise Cafe. And this is what one reviewer said. Seriously, best food we had in a long time.
All right.
Seriously.
Seriously.
Tiff, why does that sound like something you would say, though? Seriously?
It probably
Best food
is.
I've had in a long time.
Yeah.
I forgot what real food tastes like until I tried this.
I didn't even know if my taste buds were alive until I had this food. But they got a 4.5 star rating out of 1,092 reviews. So I feel like that's pretty good. Oh, that wasn't the first one. My bad. I've misordered them.
Come on, Tiff.
Sorry. The
Get it
first
together.
one is actually Kenny B's French Quarter Cafe. A reviewer said, still the best. And that was it. But they also have a 4.5 rating with over 1,300 reviews. The next one is a low country backyard restaurant. Literally, that's what it's called. Also, a 4.5 star rating with over 3,000 views. Oh, that one's... Dang, I did terrible with my... And a reviewer said, very nice eatery.
Very nice. Very well done.
Yeah, yes. Okay, and then the next one is Jane Bistro and Bar. Went with the shrimp and grits. Very creamy, very good.
All right.
Yep. Also 4.5 star rating with 1,000 views. But yeah, so it sounds like if you ever go and visit South Carolina, just go over to Hilton Head. They got plenty of places where you could try grits. And damn, all the food over there looks real freaking good. They got a lot of restaurants.
I'm just going to go meet my friend Cartier, and she's going to show me the good spots.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cartier from the Food Network.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. I was like,
she is really cool, though. I like her show a lot.
What we need to do is get our listener, hit her up.
Renee.
But our sponsors need to come through and pay for our trip.
Yeah. Slackers.
Damn sponsors. It's like they don't even care.
It's like they don't even exist.
It's like they don't even know we exist. Hey, Brandy, that was funny. You can laugh. What? I'm not even listening.
No, I am. I was just waiting for something to be funny.
Rude.
Okay.
I am funny.
We were nice enough to let you on this podcast.
Oh, I can go? I don't have to be here? Wait a minute.
You're the one that begged for us to be on here.
I didn't beg anything.
Oh, yeah, you did.
You know what? She's still the middle child. We can still forget about her.
Who's there?
Wait, Brandy's here?
All right, that's all I got.
Okay, middle child.
What part am I doing now?
Whatever you want to do. It's all you. You're
Are we doing town names now?
If you want. You got anything else?
Do you have festivals?
No, I don't really have
anything?
anything else.
Yeah, do you have festivals?
I couldn't really find any besides like the random like fish fry festivals and stuff like that. And their Fort Sumter festival. You know.
Well, you found an
basic.
attraction with the Angel Oaks, so.
Fort Sumter. Nobody would care about that.
Did they shoot cannons at the fort?
I found a few towns, but I'm going to give that little history behind them too, because there are some interesting names. And the history that goes to it, the names is kind of interesting too. So the first one we're going to start off with is Ketchup Town. And it's literally Ketchup Town, all in one word. Not like Heinz ketchup, but ketchup. In the 1920s, farmers would travel to this country store and catch up on the news according to the local gossip around town. Ruth Marie Small Ham, the daughter of Herbert Hub Small, who owned the store, was obsessed with the letter K. She'd often draw elaborate Ks when she was in the store and wrote Ketchup Town down over and over, and apparently it just stuck. So now this town is called Ketchup Town. It's a population of about 70.
Yeah, so ketchup with a K?
Ketchup. Just
okay,
like,
so
you know your Heinz ketchup?
Okay.
You just said not Heinz.
Yeah.
But they say don't get it in. It's not like Heinz ketchup, but it's Ketchup Town.
Like, is it Katch or Ke?
Ketchuptonw. Tun.
Tanawa.
So it's like, I'll catch up with you later. And this little small town is located off of intersections of Highway 23 and 99 in Horry County.
I know exactly where that's at.
Hori.
Yep, same. I've
The
been
next
there.
one is Fish Dam, and there's no E on the end of that dam. Fish Dam.
Why
Fish
would there
Dam
be
is
an
an
E?
unincorporated community in Union County.
Wait, hold on.
There's no
who
E?
spells damn with an E? Okay.
So it'd be Dame.
I thought
if
you
there
were
was
meaning
supposed to be.
you did? Like, dame. Yeah, that's with an E, but not damn. Did you do that? Did you?
I
Were
am
you like...
tired. No, I did not do that. I've been
Oh,
up since
okay.
4:30. I'm a little tired. Fish Dam is an unincorporated community in Union County. Along Highway 92, a monument has been put in place to mark the site of Fish Dam Battleground, where General Thomas Sumter and his camp fought against and won a legion led by Major, I'm going to mess up this last name, James Wimsis,
Sure. Sounds
Wemy,
good.
during the
Okay.
American Revolution. The name Fish Dam comes from the location being by an old Indian fish dam in the Broad River. This
Interesting.
next one is Britain's Neck.
Britain's Neck.
Britain's Neck. It's a comma S. Yes, Britain's Neck. It's one of the oldest settlements in Marion County, named for Francis, Timothy, Daniel, Moses, Joseph, and Philip Britton, who settled
Jesus,
in
that's
the
one
Wait,
guy?
is that one person?
That's all different guys.
Okay.
Francis, Daniel, Moses, Joseph, and Philip Britton. Yes, they're all brothers.
I thought you were saying
Settle.
that was one guy's name. I was like, Jesus.
You know, I was like, God.
Tom,
Can you imagine
Tim,
that driver's
Alan.
license?
Oh,
We just want all the
Chris.
common names for just
yeah.
get them all out of the way.
All the
Well, hey.
white man's names.
At least you don't have to worry about calling out the wrong name in bed because he's got like 18 names.
Yeah.
I think it's the most common name.
my
You
God.
got it.
So they settled in the neck between the Great and Little P.D. rivers in the 1700s. Yes, P.D. Two separate words.
So it's only called Britain's Neck. So the youngest gets the name, even though there was like 7 of them.
Britons, so it's an apostrophe S, neck.
They're
Yeah.
all they're all
Is
brothers.
Britain
Neck.
their last name?
They're
Yes.
all brothers. Yes, Britons their last name.
Gotcha. I thought you were... Okay. That makes sense.
96. There's a town named 96.
Like, is it spelled out or is it just 9-6?
Spelled out.
Gotcha. Do you spell that with an E? Is there an E after the 6?
The 96 National Historic Site protects a diverse variety of habitats, which allows for a nice variety of birds to inhabit the area. You will find the male red-bellied woodpecker, one of 7 species of woodpeckers that may be seen within this preserve. That's the town 96.
You just say why it's called
Call
96?
your dad a red-bellied
No,
male
it doesn't tell us
woodpecker.
why it's called 96, but there is a monument memorializing the first patriot killed in the South during the American Revolution.
That battle that nobody cares about.
Then there's cow pens. Cow pens.
Cow pens? P-I-N or P-E-N?
Ian, Tiffany, Ian.
What? Cow pen?
It's Cowpens National Battlefield. The historic Robert Scrubb's house behind some. That's a picture. Oh, it's got a bunch of sumac.
What's sumac?
Fight.
It is.
Oh, I'm crying.
9
crying with an E?
times. And that's with an E.
Wait, is it one or two E's?
Two. There's two E's. It is actually 9 times preserve. It is the wildflower showcase of the Southern Blue Ridge. And there's Possum Kingdom. No E's.
I thought Kingdom had an E. My bad.
Oh,
What? That'd be Kingdom, not Kingdom.
Well, never mind.
Is an unincorporated community in Belton, South Carolina. There's a small family farm there called Possum Kingdom Creamery, located at, you don't need to know the location of it. It's by
Oh,
Point
okay,
Acre
thanks.
Road if you plan on visiting.
Wait, do they make milk out of possum?
No, but they do offer a baby goat experience with loads of that would be loads of fun for all animal lovers.
Did
That
you
is not where I
see
thought
my
that
face? No, me neither. I was like, what? They offer up a baby goat?
well, I thought you were gonna say they offer something with a possum, and then you said goat. What?
I thought she was gonna say they like sacrificed the baby goats, and I was like, Jesus, that's not fun.
Fun for the whole family.
Oh, well, here's another little
For
fun
every animal lover.
event. You could go to the town of Ruby in Chesterfield County. It's a historic town. It was first settled in 1875 and enjoys holding special events, including a regular cruise-in event that all classic car fans will want to check out. I sound like I'm reading. So I guess in September they hold the
tourist
Ruby
brochure?
Jewel City
Like-
Jubilee Festival.
Hey, do you got this all memorized? When it
Are you?
sound like you're reading? Are you making this up?
No, she's looking at the pictures.
Got
I'm
all the
doing
information
better
from
now
the
than I
picture.
did in my presentation, so. And there is Pumpkin Town. Pumpkin Town, not to be confused, what is it, with Halloween Town? Don't they go to a Pumpkin Town in Halloween Town or something like that? That movie?
No, there's a giant pumpkin in the middle
Oh,
of
yeah.
downtown in Halloween Town, but that's like the only pumpkin thing about it.
So I guess it's
Not
a
to get
giant, like,
confused with having an E at the end.
it's like,
Be confused with Pumpkin Town. Nick.
I meant to, never mind. I'm gonna let it go.
Brandy, you know every time you mention a town's name now, we're going to ask, does it end with an E?
Look at this new game I got for us to play for Christmas.
Most likely
It's called
what?
Most Likely 2.
What? It's called what?
Most Likely 2.
Okay.
Like, which friend is most likely to get arrested for drunk and disorderly?
Hey,
What?
it says
Which
she's
friend
like-
is most likely to make a baby cry?
Brandy?
Kaitlin says she's laughing so hard she's got.
Oh,
That's
this
what
one.
it
Crossing.
Which friend is most likely to have a pet name for their genitals?
Casper. 100%. I'm crossing my legs because every time I cough and laugh, I feel like I need to pee.
Which friend is most likely to not take a shit for a week?
Brandy. I had to think about that one, but
I was like, huh, that's me.
alright, moving on.
Is that all the
We're
town
kind of
names
boring
you got, Brandy?
tonight. Yeah.
What are you
Yeah,
talking
we're
about?
super.
Oh,
We're
there's.
super boring,
I
Brandy.
have.
Kaitlin almost peed her pants. Come on.
It's Brandy that's boring, okay? Just let her have this moment to blame all of us.
Here's
Blame
one
with
more.
an E, okay?
Alkalu, but you pronounce it Alkulu, like you're sneezing, like a loo.
I say a chew when I sneeze, not alkalu.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Your dad says eat shit.
Dad says eat shit. I say, oh fuck. I don't mean to. It just comes out.
Alkulu,
With
the
the
sea
E.
sounding town.
Oh, you
and
got
then there's-
more. That's what we're doing. Oh, okay.
There's Coward. Coward is the name of a town.
Okay.
With an E?
Who lives there?
I'm gonna move there.
Yellow
It's
belly
a quiet
people.
and peaceful place.
Well,
Oh.
I bet it is. They're all cowards. They do anything.
And if it's quiet and peaceful, Brandy, don't move there.
Well, they said
You'll
it's
ruin
either
it.
named There's a debate on where it's actually named after, if it's Captain Solomon Coward or
I know
another
him.
contender is Confederate Colonel Ashbury Coward. Ashbury Coward.
Howard.
Ashbury Coward.
Asbury's Coward.
Wait a
We
minute.
don't choose that one.
I like that one.
Or it could be named after John Wilson Coward.
Wait a minute.
Or it could be named after that one coward.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah.
Okay, is it my turn now?
Sure.
Are you done with
Yeah,
the Brandy?
babe. Yeah,
Are
I'm
you
done.
sure, Brandy? You don't want to
Yeah.
research some more stuff?
Wait a
I'm
minute.
moving to Coward. Leave me alone.
Tired of getting roasted.
You're making fun of me.
Because it has an E at the end.
I said fish dam, not to be mistaken with an E on the end. And they said, who spells the word damn with an E on the end? And in my brain, I was thinking N, but E came out. So now they're making fun of me. Everything I said, they said, is that with an E? But Tiffany
You've never
asked if
corrected
kingdom.
yourself.
Tiffany thought kingdom was spelled with an E, so.
No, I didn't. That was part of the joke.
No, it was not.
Why would I spell kingdom with an E?
Now look at you
damn.
trying to put the blame on someone else. Let's take the blame off of
This
me
is-
for thinking kingdom was spelled with an
Brandy,
E.
this is called deflecting. This is what middle children do.
I am not deflecting. You said I thought it was kingdom was spelled with an E.
And what else did I say? I said everything else. Does that have an E on the end?
All right.
I think let's get to weird laws and stuff. The government of South Carolina.
All right. Well, we're going to start
With an
with
E.
the government.
Yes.
With an E.
South-
The source is
South
Britannica
Carolina.
with no E. So, South Carolina
Hey,
government,
Gabe.
their state gov-
Brandy, shut up. Caitlin's
Uh,
talking.
What, me?
I'm hot.
So,
You wish.
South Carolina state government operates under the 1895 Constitution, but in 1968 it underwent an article-by-article rewrite, and every
Holy
amendment
shit.
was submitted for voter approval. So, I mean, an extensive rewrite.
That's
So.
good.
Yeah. It was done in 1968, though, so little concern that some of those are still maybe a little racist, maybe a little outdated, but we'll see. Moving on to the governor. The governor acts as the CEO of the state, which I feel like is just kind of, in general, what they do. They are elected to 4-year terms, and an amendment in 1980 allowed them to have a second consecutive term. So prior to 1980, they could only serve one 4-year term. Now they can serve 2 consecutive 4 years.
Good for them.
Right. The lieutenant governor. I had to laugh at myself because I fucked up my notes here. So the lieutenant governor is elected at the same time. Sorry, I'm still getting over my ear infection and stuff. So the lieutenant governor is elected at the same time and same manner as the governor. So meaning like the same election and everything. But for some reason, when I wrote my notes, I put elected at same time and same hammer as the governor. So I had to go back to Britannica and figure out what the hell hammer meant. So, yep.
I like a hammer. A
Yeah.
good old
Yeah.
Thor hammer.
So they get a hammer when they're elected.
Yeah.
With an E.
With an E, yes.
With
So the lieutenant
She
governor
muted
succeeds
us.
the governor if they are unable to complete their term, which again, I feel like it's typically pretty standard of the lieutenant governor. One interesting thing, though, is they serve as the ex officio president of the Senate. I had to look up what that means. It means that they're granted the role of president of the Senate as part of serving as the lieutenant governor. So
So kind of like the vice president.
it's just like, I mean, kind of, but it's like, because you get elected lieutenant governor, you're automatically also the president of the Senate. It's part of
Gotcha.
your duties.
You
Duty.
said duty.
Is that duty with a
So
Y or an E?
definitely an E.
Oh, gotcha.
So some other constitutional officers are the Secretary of State, the Treasurer, the Attorney General, the Comptroller General, the Adjutant General. I don't know what that is, and I didn't look it up. So, Superintendent of Education, and the Commissioner of Agriculture. All of those officers are elected to 4-year terms, and they have no limit on the number of consecutive terms they can have.
That must be Moxie.
The governor can veto bills and specific items in the budget, but outside of that, the legislative branch actually has a lot more power over the state government than the governor does. So, governor
Fancy.
can't do everything. So, moving on to the General Assembly, is what they call their House and their Senate. To start out, the General Assembly, each county had one senator and at least one representative. And eventually the U.S. Supreme Court declared this unconstitutional. So they had to divide into districts instead. So in 1984, the Senate divided into 46 districts. And in 1974, I guess I should have said that one first, sorry. The House of Representatives in 1974 divided into 124 single-member districts of equal population. So they're just literally broken up by population size. And then all of those districts each get one rep.
But why is it unconstitutional?
I think it's because, it said they had at least one representative, so I don't think that they defined, I guess, how many representatives. It wasn't an equal, I think, is what they were getting at.
Gotcha.
The Senate, members of the Senate serve 4-year terms, and members of the House serve 2-year terms. Pretty standard. The judicial branch, the Supreme Court has the ultimate judicial authority. Pretty standard. All courts are unified under the administration of the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. Along with the Chief Justice, there are 4 associate justices. And all of those judges are elected by the General Assembly for 10-year terms. So there's 5 members, they're elected to 10-year terms, and they stagger them so one justice is elected every 2 years. Below the Supreme Court is the Court of Appeals. They have a chief judge and at least 5 associate judges. I said no less than 5. I'm not 100% sure, when it's just 5, or when it's 6, or when it's 7. I didn't look into that part. At any rate, the Court of Appeals, they sit in 3 judge panels. They automatically hear all appeals from lower courts outside of cases involving death penalties, elections, constitutionality of laws, and actions of state regulatory agencies, and also bonded indebtedness. So all of those exceptions I just listed off go directly to the Supreme Court. Now you're going to ask me, what's bonded indebtedness? I actually did look this up. So it's a written agreement that a government or a corporation uses to borrow money and promise to pay it back. So if they're going to put some sort of bond measure on the ballot or whatever, or if there's some sort of dispute with it, that goes to the Supreme Court, not the Court of Appeals.
Interesting.
And finally, down to the judicial circuits. The state is divided into 16 judicial circuits, and they're served by circuit courts. They have the widest jurisdiction across the state. There's 2 separate courts within, so each circuit court has 2 separate courts within it. There's the Court of Common Pleas, which hears civil cases, and then the Court of General Sessions, which hears criminal cases. So that's the government.
Fancy.
Are we ready for weird laws?
Sure.
Yes.
Let me use your best shot.
All right. The weird laws. My source for that was actually Fox News. They had a weird South Carolina laws article, which I thought was funny because I don't think they've done any other states that I found so far. Anyway, first law in South Carolina, it's illegal to work on Sundays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure
I like that one.
I mean, I like it too. I'm not sure if that's really enforced anymore. I feel like my friend Renee's talked about working on Sundays before, but maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm
I mean,
mistaken.
it would be hard for like grocery stores and stuff.
But I'm sure there's exceptions to the rules. Because doctors and stuff like that. No one gets sick on Sundays.
Not
no
allowed.
doctors working.
If you die, you die.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Is what it is.
You decided to get sick on a Sunday. That's what you get. Kind of going along, there's kind of a Sunday theme here for these next couple laws. So again, kind of with the Sunday theme, is that a dancing at a club must halt at midnight on Saturday night. So 11:59 p.m. Saturday night. No dancing at the club on Sundays.
I like to go to 12:01.
That's because the club is going up on a Tuesday.
Yeah. There are certain items that cannot be bought on Sundays also, which I was like, well, if it's illegal to work on Sundays, it's probably like nobody's working, so you can't buy things.
Yeah.
Which leads me to believe that's not really totally enforced all the way through, but there is a very long list of certain items that you can't buy on Sundays. I did not write all of them down because we'd be here for a long time, but I'll just give you some of the high level stuff.
The knee high?
The knee high, yes.
Yeah.
So you cannot buy silverware, building supplies, musical instruments, jewelry, clocks, or luggage on Sundays. Sundays, holidays, or other special days.
Those are interesting.
That's
random items.
They have a bunch of random stuff.
Yeah.
Well, and then there was one that was like, I didn't write it down, so I'll probably butcher part of it, but it was like, you can't buy clothing except for like swimwear or something. Like, it was very weird.
Except
You're only
5
allowed
p.m.
to swim
swimwear.
on Sundays.
Yeah, 5 p.m. swimwear. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, you can swim on Sundays, but don't go to the pool because the lifeguards aren't working, I guess. If you drown, you drown. Just kidding. Next law. If you're under the age of 18, it's illegal to play pinball.
Pinball? Like on the machine? Like...
Yeah. So the reason for that is, in the past, they don't really widely enforce this anymore, but in the past it was considered to be a form of gambling, which, I guess, I mean, you put the coin in and see how far you can go. I mean, I guess I could kind of see, like...
Yeah, but that's an arcade game, isn't it? Like...
Yeah. Yeah.
Was arcade games technically considered gambling?
Well, I'm sure you could, like... What's that?
Yeah.
I said, nice crotch, babe.
Thanks. I worked out.
No. Okay.
That wasn't awkward at all.
I bet you can gamble playing pinball. Betting someone you do better. Or worse. My case be worse.
If that was the case, you could literally gamble at anything.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's, I guess, part of the reason why it's not widely enforced anymore. Just because.
Yeah.
Well, if pinball is gambling, then... Anyway. Next law. Men can go to jail for attempting to seduce a woman with an insincere promise of marriage. So don't tell a woman if she, like... If you want a woman, you say, if you sleep with me, I'll marry you. You can go to jail for that. If you're
That's
a man.
the worst pick of wine ever.
Oh. Yeah, you're right, because every woman, all they want is marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, be a housewife. Raise our kids.
No. And the last weird law says you cannot remove a railroad from a town with more than 500 people.
Okay, I'll remember that next time I go and remove one.
Yeah.
I thought you
Like
already
the
said
whole railroad. What if I just pick up one of those nails? Will I get in trouble for that? What if it's an attempted move?
Ooh.
What if I say I'm just going to do it and then I don't act upon it?
So, like, you say you're gonna marry someone, but then you don't act upon it? It's just an insincere promise?
What happens if you just move it 1 foot to the right?
Oh.
All I can think of right now is that bit on Parks and Rec where it's like, right to jail.
Were they what?
You're charging too much for Squid. Right to jail. Right to. Alright, I'm glad Casper got that. Okay.
I don't watch
moving
it,
on.
sorry.
It's
You're
been a
missing
really
out.
long time since I've watched it.
Good grief.
So I did find actually two funny news stories. I kind of gone away from the funny news for a little bit because I couldn't really find anything good. But I found a couple that were, I thought, kind of funny.
Yay.
They're actually really recent, too.
Oh.
So this first one, the source is byff4.com, so one of their news stations. The headline is, South Carolina woman's creative excuse for speeding leads to serious charges, officials say.
Dun dun dun.
So get ready for her creative excuse.
With an E.
Can't wait.
So this article was posted on December 17th of 2024, so a week ago.
Damn.
I feel like I missed something. Alright. So this story's pretty short, so I'm going to read this one verbatim. The next one I'm going to skip around. So an Anderson County, South Carolina woman caught speeding gave an excuse before getting busted for what was in her makeup bag, deputies said on Tuesday. Michelle Jones, 44, of Star, was seen in her car, quote, flying down Centerville Road and Ashbury Park Road earlier this month, end quote, deputies said on Facebook. When the deputy pulled over the driver, she claimed her pants got caught in the gas pedal, which led to her speeding.
Okay.
Pants? Her pants got caught in the gas pedal? Okay.
As these things do, obviously.
Yeah.
So, as deputies investigated at the scene, they found her license to be under suspension, officials said.
Of
course.
But were her pants licensed under suspension? That is the question.
I mean, they were driving.
When deputies searched her car, quote, they found a whole stash of drugs. Instead of blush and lipstick, deputies found meth and fentanyl inside Jones's blue makeup bag.
Ooh, fentanyl?
Yikes. Yeah. Deputies said they found about 8.9 grams of methamphetamine, more than 3.08 grams of fentanyl, along with a few unauthorized prescription pills. Obviously, this part is not funny. Drug abuse, drug addiction is not funny. They said Jones faces various drug charges, including possession of fentanyl, distribution of methamphetamine, along with speeding and driving with a suspended license. So, drugs are bad, kids, but blaming your pant leg on your speeding is not going to get you off. Just let you know.
I want to know how that would even happen. Like, in your head, you're like, my pants. Gotta blame it on my pants. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
out of all the things, I would have been like, my drink went under the brake and I couldn't brake. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Just blame your pants. My pants' fault.
You also got a lot of those drugs. Why are you speeding?
They always, I swear, every time they don't have a license and they have drugs on them, they're always speeding. Always.
Yeah,
I
it's
always
kind
thought
of
it's funny
stupid.
on I-80 when people get caught for drugs. It's always for expired tags or speeding. It's like,
Yes.
Yes!
why?
I'm like,
Yes.
bring more attention to yourself. Why not? Alright, so this next news story. So, unfortunately, this one is also kind of drug-related as well. So again, the drug part is not funny, but we will get to a part that is kind of funny. So this news story is from the same website, byff4.com. The headline is, Woman Fueled by Drugs Damages Multiple Upstate Properties. And this happened on December 22nd, 2024. So yesterday this was posted. Well, yesterday as we're recording.
Oh.
I am going to skip around a little bit. This is kind of a long article. Basically, she attempted burglary multiple times and was not successful. But I'll read a little bit of the story and then we'll get to the part that's funny. So starting off, the Spartanburg County Sheriff's Office said a woman is facing several charges after multiple attempted burglaries. Just after 1 p.m. on Friday, Spartanburg County deputies responded to a home in Moore, South Carolina, regarding an attempted burglary. Before arriving, the responding deputy was notified by dispatch that the homeowner was not home, but watched from her Ring camera as a woman attempted to break into her home. Upon arrival, the deputy did not see anyone outside the home, but did notice that the garage door was damaged and pressed in. The deputy said it looked as if the garage door was hit by a vehicle. Girl, don't run into the garage door.
Damn.
The damage caused a gap to form in the door, but the deputy said it didn't look big enough for someone to fit through. So there was a short time later, another burglary was reported at a home in a different town. Her home was damaged. There was blood smeared on various surfaces of the house. Like, girl, like, anyway. Let's see. Then there was another break-in. I mean, there were just so many break-ins. I think there's like 3 or 4.
Damn.
And like, on one of them, so the doorbell camera picked her up. She's literally slamming her body into the door, trying to get it open.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and this is after she busted out the window, so like that's where all the blood is coming from. Is like she busted out these windows and then she's like trying to break down the door. Girl is messed up. Okay. Alright, so we're getting to the part that's kind of funny. Drugs are not funny. But here we go. Around 2:30 p.m., a white Chevy Malibu was pulled over due to involvement in the burglaries and erratic driving. The woman was identified as 38-year-old Natalie Woodruff. She stated that she was tired after being awake for an entire week. Girl, talk about methamphetamine.
Why?
When asked to conduct a field sobriety test, she became upset and asked the deputies to check the trunk of her car for her children. Girl is messed up. Deputies had already checked the trunk after she asked the first time, and there were thankfully no children in the trunk of her car.
Oh, God.
So, again, I promise we're coming to a funny part. So, again, deputies asked her to perform a field sobriety test. She told the deputies she couldn't perform the test. When she was asked why, she told the deputies, quote, "I am too high for that."
Checks out.
Yeah, sister, you were really fucking high.
I thought you were about ready to say it's the one
been...
that I heard recently where they asked her to do the alphabet. She's like, she can't because she hasn't done it so long.
She said the alphabet out of order because she hasn't said it in years.
Oh my God.
So just to finish up this story, the woman said she'd been using crack cocaine and marijuana. She was placed on arrest for DUI.
She's awake for a week just on crack cocaine and marijuana?
Well, that's what she said she'd been using. It's possible that she was using other things as well, because I feel like it's typically meth that keeps you up for like a week straight or something like that. So she's being charged with 2 counts of first-degree burglary theft and 2 counts of destruction of property. This girl was bashing in those garage doors and hitting out windows. Like, she was on a tear. Anyway, I hope she gets the help she needs. She's clearly in a bad state.
Yeah.
But again, she couldn't perform the field sobriety test because she was too high.
Well, I mean, it saved them a test.
Right, she saved the taxpayers' money.
Yeah.
And I feel like
Damn.
the fact that she was, like, telling the officers, like, go look at my trunk and see if my kids were there. Like, I think she was trying to, like, get them off the sobriety test. Like, I don't think she actually thought she had her kids in there. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like... I don't know. I mean, it's possible, but to me, I was like, I feel like she's just trying to, like, get them off the scent that she's, like...
distract them?
Crack is my drug.
She's obviously high as a fucking kite. Like... Anyway, I'm done.
Good job.
Okay. Well, I was supposed to debate Brandy about the moon landing because it did happen, and she doesn't think it did. But someone didn't do her homework. With an E.
Hey, she did send her references 10 minutes ago, though, so... Good job, Brandy.
Yeah, and you guys sent yours yesterday, and I was like, good Lord.
Well, it's because
I've been
I did my
slightly
notes
busy.
yesterday, so I just sent them.
Yeah. Did
Brandy
I sent them when I did
graduated.
them.
Yay!
Congratulations, Brandy.
Yay!
Thank you.
She graduated.
Can I graduate?
CPM?
Yes.
Yeah, so now at the end of her name, she could put CPM to be all fancy like.
And it is one of the very first things I did on my email. So if you email
With
me
an
at the
E at the
city
end?
office and you get a reply back, it says Brandy Bolter, CPM.
With an E at the end?
Hell yeah, as you should. You earned that.
Casper.
Casper, shut up.
Did both FDA episodes get posted?
Yes.
Did Sydney watch them? Did I answer her questions all right? Do we know?
I don't know.
Well,
She's
Sydney,
in
let us know.
Colorado right now
Well,
on vacation,
Tell her
so
to let us know. Tell her that's not an excuse.
I will.
All right.
I wish you guys could hear my
What's
daughter
our
right
next
now.
date, Tiff?
What's she doing?
Why was she doing?
Oh, she's like totally jamming out.
To what?
I don't even know this name of the song, but I hearing woo.
That's all right. Zane's favorite song right now is Bye 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 by NSYNC.
Nice.
Raising that boy right.
Okay, but listen.
It's because
I
of
love my
Daredevil,
NSYNC.
isn't it?
Daredevil.
Not
Deadpool?
Daredevil. Deadpool.
Deadpool, yeah. Dad.
And it's the Fortnite version of it. He's never actually seen Deadpool the movie. I
hope he hasn't.
He's still too young for that. Though I did get him started on Mortal Kombat, kind of by accident, but it's fine. Derek's not totally happy about it, but I'm like, I was
He can
playing
get
a
over it.
game younger than him. Yeah, he's fine.
It's not
But,
like it's GTA. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of
He
graphic.
blows people's heads off in Fortnite. So.
Yeah.
You rip people apart.
Yeah. It's fine. But, when you listen to Bye 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 on repeat, it kind of gets old after a while.
I'm pretty sure Mom would know that.
Yeah, your
Probably.
mom right now is like, I tried to tell you.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that was me growing up.
Yeah. Back then it never bothered me, but now it's like, all right, bud, we got it. And he knows the dance.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, he's getting there. He doesn't know it, but he's getting there. Anyways, so our next state is Arizona. Now listen, I had sworn we had done Arizona before, but
New Mexico.
we haven't. Okay, that makes sense. So Arizona,
Hey, how do you
and
pick
they
our
have
states?
from my butt.
Okay.
You can
She likes her butt, whatever state it looks like, that's what she chooses.
yeah.
Oh my god.
So I could pick my friends and I could pick my nose, but I can't pick my friends' nose.
You could.
Good.
And then
If
I
you
pick
ask
a
first.
state. I mean, maybe, but I feel like they wouldn't be my friend anymore. I don't know. I can't tell you my secret.
Okay.
I randomize a wheel picking name thing. Anyways, Arizona's our next state. Lemonade is our drink because, I just had to be original. And then a Sonoran hot dog.
Sonora hot dog.
Hot dog?
Sonora hot
Sonoran
dog.
hot dog. Okay.
Senora.
It's Sonoran. Hot dog.
Sonoran? Sonoran hot dog?
Sonoran hot dog.
Maybe. Okay. Got it.
Yep. I was kind of excited because I was like, yay, something new. It's been a while.
Have you looked at it?
It's been a while.
Have you looked
I
at it?
did last week when I did my notes. I forgot already what it looks like. It's kind of like the Sonoran Desert. Not the hot dog, the spelling.
Yeah. Have you seen
No,
what's
I'm not
all on
saying
it?
ew because it looks gross. I'm just saying,
Have you seen what's all on it?
yeah.
Okay.
Yep, sure do now.
Yes, sir, Bob.
What?
Yes, sir, Bob.
Yes, sir, Tim, Bob, Alan, Joe, John,
Morgan.
All the
Jake,
Brit-
Britain's neck. Okay, Kaitlin, give us our socials.
Okay, one last thing though. Tiff, it looks like there's like smoke behind you. Like,
Oh,
I feel like your
I
camera
thought
keeps getting worse.
I thought you were gonna say it looks like I'm being touched by an angel back here. Where is it?
No.
Where is it? There it is. Right there.
By a demon.
So she says when Derek
With an
touches
E.
her.
Mom said my freckles were angel kisses.
Yeah, I'm
Your
also
mom's a
pretty sure
liar.
that somebody told you a cow pooped on your face too. So
Maybe.
Well, if this isn't the perfect segue to you getting more of us, because you know you want it, you can find us on social media. Facebook, you can search Because I Fell Asleep in Class. Instagram, you can search @FellAsleepPod. I'm not even going to talk about Twitter anymore because I don't post on it, so we're going to pretend our Twitter doesn't exist. If you want to send an email to give Casper some sort of topic to talk about, or if you just want to say hi, you can send an email to becauseifellasleepingclass@gmail.com. And if you're listening to us on Spotify, thank you, first off. But if you would like to watch us, you can go to YouTube and you'll search for the channel Because I Fell Asleep in Class.
With an E.
With an E.
Brandy's over us.
So I feel like we got a lot of really good quotes this episode. We have Hella Wars with an E. And then I can't remember what the other one was that I thought of too. I don't know. It was a very quotable episode. And now it's over. Throw the bones.
Oh, there's the hearts. The CPM came in with some hearts because she thinks she's so cool.
Okay, bye!
Bye! Hope you didn't fall asleep.
Oh yeah, bye!
I gotta stop it.